Hello and welcome to the new episode of building a Next.js application with the help of Claude Code. Now, what is Claude Code? Well, Claude Code basically is an Anthropic's agent coding tool that lives in your terminal and helps you turn ideas into code faster than ever before. So in simple terms, this is basically an AI coding tool which you can run from your terminal, and you can build the applications really, really fast. Now, compared to if you do it through ChatGPT, you will have to copy your code, paste it over there, and then run it. But here, you can directly run it in your project, and that would allow you to even fix issues faster. Let's say, you can give it access of your entire project directory, and then it will find out what the issue is and it can actually fix it real time. Okay. Now, one thing to always remember that if you're using any of the AI tools like this, make sure to verify the code it's written, because sometimes AI can make mistakes. But it's the generation of AI, right? So it's better to start using AI, because otherwise, if you write the code yourself, it can take ages for you to finish your work compared to if you're using an AI. Now, under what scenarios do you think the AI will be useful to you? Well, number one is, let's say you already know a language. Okay, you are a pro in that. Or at least you have a basic understanding of language. You've written it before, but now you want to build projects for your client faster. You can use AI tool, and you can be orchestrators wherein you are giving the right command, right prompt to these AI tools to ensure that what it's doing for you is relevant to what you need. You can also use it for learning. Let's say you want to learn a new language, because it can not only do the job for you, which is write code, but also explain to you what it's doing or what it's done. So you can ask all a bunch of questions. All right, so without further ado, let's begin. Now, there are different ways to install this Claude Code. Native install is using curl, or you can use homebrew, which I have done using brew install cast Claude Code, or you can use npm to install it globally using Anthropic AI Claude Code. Remember that it has the paid version, so you need to buy their subscription. I'm not sure if they have a free version, because I'm using a paid version. You can check that out. But we'll continue. Okay, but it's really, really worth going for it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to create a directory, mkdir, and I'll call it Next.js blocks. Okay, I'll cd into this directory on my terminal. And then I have already installed Claude Code. So if you haven't done that, go ahead and do that using any of these commands. And once you've done that, just run Claude command inside your directory that you want to work with. So I'll hit Claude. Now it's asked me, do you want to work with this folder? Yes, I want to work with this folder. And it's asking, we need your permission to read, edit, and execute, and make sure it has the trusted scripts and doesn't have any malicious code. So I'm good with that. So I'll say continue. There you go. Now I'm inside of the Claude Code shell, and I can go ahead and write any commands for it to build stuff for me. Okay, so I'm going to say create a Next.js blogging application which will use my WordPress site to render the content. It will have posts and pages that will be dynamically created from the WordPress site data. Please create an environment variable where I can add my WordPress URL for fetching data. Okay, I'm not going to make it too big. I'll just keep it simple and see what it understands. Okay, let's hit enter. Okay, so it's working, thinking. You can always press Ctrl+C to interrupt. Let's see what it does. Okay, so it says, I'll help you create Next.js blogging application that uses WordPress as a headless CMS. So it understands that it's going to be a headless CMS, which is great. This is significant implementation and involves architectural decisions. So let me enter a plan mode. So either you can enter the plan mode yourself or it does it for you in case if it's a big task that you've given it. And then it's entering the plan mode. It says now it's in the plan mode. Let me explore the project to understand what we're working with. Okay. It's exploring the project structure. It can see that it's an empty directory, so we're starting fresh. It needs to clarify a few things. It's saying which Next.js router architecture you like to use. This is modern 13 plus or pages router or any other thing you want to see. So I want to go with the recommended one, which is app router. It's asking what do you want to choose, TypeScript, JavaScript, or anything else. I'm going to go with TypeScript. Then it's saying which package manager do you prefer, npm, pnpm, yarn. I'm going to go with pnpm. I love that. Then it's saying what WordPress features do you want to display? Do you want to display featured image? I'll say yes. Do you want to display categories, tags? Yes. Author info? Yes. Any custom fields like ACF or other custom fields? I'm not going to worry about custom fields. Just keep it simple and type something else and I'm going to submit. Okay. So this is what the answers got for me and I'm going to submit the answers. Super cool, isn't it? So, excelente. Now let me design a comprehensive implementation plan for your WordPress-powered Next.js blog, app router, TypeScript, and pnpm. So it's planning, no package stations found. So I guess it's going to create one. Let's see what it does. Whippling. Remember, it's using your tokens. So the more time it spends doing these things, these tokens are going to be consumed from your like fixed set of tokens. And you have a limit, like you have certain number of tokens given to you in a plan. And if you finish that, then it's just going to either stop working and ask you to wait, or it's going to say that, pay more to buy more. Okay. So careful as to, how much you're using it. It's a privilege. It's not like it's totally free once you have the paid version. So it's already taken like 1 minute 55 seconds, which is okay. Sometimes it's really fast, but because I think it's doing in the plan mode, that is why it's taking more time, but otherwise it's like really fast. Anyways, I've given it like a really big job to do to create the whole application. What I could do is I can open this particular folder into my PHP Storm, my editor. You can choose any editor that you like and see what it's actually doing. So right now I don't have anything. Let me see, 1 second. Open projects, Next.js blog. Right now it's empty, so there's nothing. It's not done anything yet. Okay, let's see. Still thinking, so I'm gonna pause. Okay, so it seems that excellent. Now let me design the comprehensive implementation plan for your WordPress powered Next.js blog, app router, TypeScript, and PNPM. I have the complete understanding. Let me create the final implementation plan. Sometimes it's okay for us to give it some time. Okay, so it looks like it took about like 4 minutes, and it wrote like, where is it? Whoa, it was doing so many things. That's why I guess it took so much time. It wrote like 308 lines for the plan. It says, I've created comprehensive implementation plan, full TypeScript features, static site generation, dynamic routes, featured images, SEO friendly sitemap. Nice. Architecture highlight. So posts are going to be under directory blog -slug. Categories. Plan includes 33 implementation steps. Build Next.js 15 blogging application using WordPress as a headless CMS. Selected all of that. Initialize Next.js with TypeScript. Tailwind app router. Okay. So as you can see, there's quite a big plan. So I'm not going to go ahead and read everything to you. I'm going to just go over the manually approved edits. Okay. So I'm going to say manually approve edits because I want to see step by step what it's doing. And if it's making any mistakes, I want to basically guide it. Okay. Hit manually. Okay. Considering plan is approved. Let's me create to-do list. Of course, I would assume that you would have read all of this, what it is going to do before you actually say yes. But for the purposes of this video, I've just accepted it. Which is why I said, sometimes it's, you feel lazy to go ahead and read everything. You just say yes, yes, and then move forward. But you shouldn't do that. You should actually read it to see what it's going to do. So plan is approved. Let me create a to-do list, track implementation progress. Start building your, initializing project. So it's using PNPM create app latest, using TypeScript, Tailwind, ESLint for linting tools, using PNPM, import aliases @/star, which is one of the latest way to import CSS files. And that's a recommended way of basically using Next.js latest boilerplate to spin up the Next.js application. It just wants to run that command. It's asking my permission, so I'll say yes. I'll see what it's doing here. Keep it open. Okay, so it's creating the package.json, so I'll say yes. Okay, it created the package.json, which is great. tsconfig, yes, I'll allow it to create the tsconfig. And then create file nextconfig.ts. This is for the configuration for Next.js. Let's say yes. So you can see it's created all those, right? Okay, then tailwind config.ts. I'll allow that. I'm doing step by step so that you can see what it's doing and how a project is created. Otherwise, you could just allow all edits, but I'm not going to do that. So it added the tailwind typography, which is fine. Then it's going to add the post csconfig. Okay. Okay, then it's added the git ignore, which is great. I needed the git ignore file. See, it added that here, right? Oops. Then package.json, it's adding the auto prefixer. Let's go with that. Now it's going to install all the dependencies. So it says PNPM install. Yes, I'll allow it to do that. So it's going to install all the dependencies that are there in the package.json. all of them. So you can see it resolved, it installed all the packages. Should have created a node module. Yeah, there it is. Node module is created, all the packages are installed. Now you can see they are no longer underlined because they are installed. So it's initialized, dependencies are installed. Let me update the to-do list to create the environment variable file. So it's going for its next set of things that it needs to do in the list that it created as to do. Yes, create the .env local. This is where we're going to paste our WordPress site URL so that the URL information for a backend WordPress site can be written. So I've added that. What I'm going to do is I'll pass on to one of my WordPress site URLs. So I have this Codeytek org. I'm just going to use that so it can pick up blocks from there. So remove this, paste my codeytek.org, and this is a WordPress REST API endpoint. I don't know why it used the endpoint with JSON. It should have just done this and probably put this as a separate URL. But let's go with this for now. Site name, site description, that's fine. Okay, environment.d.ts is fine, excellent. I see that you already configured your word. Oh, that's smart. It kind of noticed that I already added my WordPress site URL, which is great. Let me create WordPress TypeScript interfaces, which will provide type safety throughout the application. Creating WordPress TypeScript interfaces. Okay, so looks like it created WP page, post, author. Superb. I mean, that is amazing what it's doing. Very, very impressive. So it's asking me, should I add that? Yes, please, by all means. Okay, so under the lib types, it's created wp.ts. What I don't like, it didn't add the comments, but I can direct it to add the comments later. Perfect. Let me create the base utility. Will handle all the communication with your WordPress site. Okay. So under the lib, it's creating this WordPress API URL. There's a fetch API function it's creating to basically call the endpoint, get the data, and return it as response JSON. This is going to get the WordPress URL using that constant that we created here. This one. Fetch API dynamic. This is without caching. And this is with caching. Good. Fetch API with tags. Fetch the data for tags on demand revalidation. Okay, interesting. Create, yes. Okay, so I'm going to take a pause over here because I don't want the video to go too long. And in the next video, we'll continue further with development of our website with the help of Claude Code. All right, then. I hope you liked it. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.